I'm Steph Hodge with BoardGameGeek, and we are starting our special September conline, and we have publishers all day today and all day tomorrow. Imagine that. So we're going to see a lot of new games that are coming out right now. And so we're starting off with Adrian from Days of Wonder, and we get to look at Small World of Warcraft. How are you doing, Adrian?
Hi, Steph. Hi, everyone. I'm fine. Thank you. I'm glad to like open that online con. So yeah, I'm the first. Awesome.
That's exciting. You know what? We have to start with a really strong game because everybody loves Small World. And so we're all excited to hear more about how you combined like the World of Warcraft and Small World into a new game. So tell me a little bit about that process.
Sure. That's a long story, but we'll try to make it short. I mean, that game has been in development and in discussion with Blizzard for like 3 or 4 years now. So it's a long process, believe me. So we are
Wow.
thrilled that game finally shows up on the shelf, and so we had a long discussion and with the Blizzard team, and they loved our games, and we loved, Blizzard, does video game, like a small number of titles, very, carefully crafted. And by discussing, at some point, for like one obvious matches, was like the small World of Warcraft thing, where you have already, races in both worlds, you have fighting, you have lands, you have places, so like a lot of matches, and say that's the one we should do. That was like so clear, so that's how we started, basically.
Yeah, it seems to go pretty hand in hand. Like it already has a lot of that overlap. So making it into a game seems kind of like, why hasn't it been done? It's a great idea. So
Exactly. But like I say, it takes time. I mean, honestly, I think we like 2014, something like this, is when we started, talking, about a possible, collaboration. So you see, like, it's not 6 years in the making, but it's like 6 years we've been talking together. So
wow, that is a big project, and I'm glad it's finally like available. And so can you tell us, for people who might not know Small Worlds, like or that do know Small World, like what's the main mechanics in Small World?
So Small is a pretty simple area control strategy game where I think you have a couple of strong feature. One is races and power have an important part in that game, and each game, the setup on how you're going to combo races and special power are going to differ. Okay, so in the traditional Small World, whether in one game you could play the Berserk Amazon, you probably won't find that combo again in your next game. Okay, and I think that's a big part of the game, and that's why people, I think, love to come back to that game, is that every game will be new with new combo and new setup. Okay, so that's, I think, a very first strong feature for the Small World franchise in general. Okay, and the other, I think, strong point on that, I think it's a very straightforward and simple game. Like on your turn, you just pick up the token, that your race tell you to pick up, and you're going to conquer places on a very simple rules, which is you need 2 tokens to enter in your new region, adjacent. Plus you add 1 extra token per token already on the region you try to attack. So it's like, if you know addition in mathematics, I mean, you're fine, and you can, zoom, and go into the board and conquer. And the way you score is just you look at the number of region you control at the end of your turn. That's plus one victory point per region. So that very easy. I mean, I think the core mechanism, like pick up your races, deploy, conquer, and score victory point is very quick to understand. Where of course we had a layer of complexity is because all combo, going to add new power, new rules, because the Amazon will not play same as the trolls and the sorcerer and so on. So that's why the complexity is. But on the base mechanism, I mean, it's fairly simple, and that's why the game, I think, is successful.
Excellent. Yeah, I mean, so I know many people already love Small World. Can you tell us a little bit about the differences between a regular Small World and the new Warcraft edition?
Sure. I mean, Small World from the start did evolve a lot, and we have now in base game and expansion a lot of races. But what we try to do in World of Warcraft is also use as much as we could new races, like new combo, new power for the races. Some of them will look like one you know from the base small world, because they're like a couple of power that needs to stay in the game for the question of balance, like getting +1 victory point on that or that specific region, getting a race that a race that gets back some tokens, so kind of immortal, getting so a lot of power that are similar, but we try to find a lot of new ones. So we have a lot of power, like the human or the goblins in World of Warcraft, that are totally exclusive to that version. So first of all, those changes, so if you play small one, you play World of Warcraft, you find new combo and new way to play. That's the first thing. The other big thing, which is very apparent when you see the setup that you guys did, is that now you play on islands. Okay, was smaller that big board. Okay, now you play on smaller islands that kind of try to mimic what the world of Azeroth is. It's a myriad of small islands. Okay, and because of that, you have a travel rule. So basically, you can go from one island to another one, and you have to go through an entry point, which are the blue triangle with the anchor. You see exactly. You see on the board. And you need to enter through those regions, okay? And to enter, you need to pay one extra token with the race. So it's like you conquer with three tokens for an entry point. So it's expensive to travel from one region to another. I mean, you will be able to do it, but of course you need to pay a little bit more. So that's, I think, the second major difference. One difference, which is very, I think, small in terms of ruling, but does have some impact, is like in the video game World of Warcraft, some races belong to factions. Okay, so you got Horde versus Alliance. We are the big enemies of Azeroth, and like 6 races are neutral, are from Alliance, 6 races are Horde, and you have 4 races that are neutral. Whenever you are an Alliance, let's say races, and you attack Horde race, you're gonna get 1 extra victory point. Okay. And
Nice.
And you get that per opposing faction races you attack. So let's say I'm the human and I do attack the orcs and the blue elf on my turn, I will get 2 extra points. So it's kind of your incentive to fight the other faction guys. So, but I mean, you don't have to, right? It's like an extra point, so it's not like huge bonus, but still it's a bonus. So if you're looking for points, it's likely that you're going to attack, like other player faction. And the last modification or last change is that we use something we use in a Small World Underground, if you remember, is that we now have places, legendary places and artifacts. So on each board, and you see that the big red token on each island with a question mark on them, exactly. Those are randomly placed on each board, and you have 12 of them in the box. And when you enter that specific region for the first time, you conquer it, you're gonna get for you, you're going to discover a places or an artifact. Difference between places and artifacts is very simple. Places don't move, it's a location you discover, so it's going to stay here for the entire game. Artifact, you can carry them with you and use the ability, usually wherever you go on the board. And of course, if the region you have your artifact in or your legendary places in get conquered, you lose it. So it's add kind of an interest point. It add so once you have 1 or 2 of them, people don't attack you on those specific regions, so you have more tension. And that would be the 4 differences we have from the base game.
Wow. And so, yeah, it's like 4 differences, but it increases the level of your understanding of Small World and just adds a little bit of extra gameplay with being very much the same. So that's very exciting to, I like the different boards, and I think that's really cool. I don't know if Nikki might want to just run through a round, or, we can play, I can't really see the monsters so well, but I can
play maybe a start.
Just to show how the mechanics work and play out.
Sure. We can do that. So we can maybe Nikki, you can show us the first 2 combo race and power you have on the board, a bit closer. I'm getting old. My view is like getting worse and worse. Okay, the blacksmith.
Turn the blacksmith. And night elves.
And the farmer night elves. Okay, great. So let's pick up the. I'm gonna start. Okay, I'm gonna pick up the blacksmith Tauren. Okay, I like them. So you see that the value for the blacksmith and Tauren is 4 and 11. So it means I'm gonna start playing with 15 token. Okay. Tauren is actually one race in the game that their ability is more or less a disability. So that's interesting. You know, what they do is that they must be 2 token everywhere. Like a Tauren token cannot be alone. It kind of simulates the fact that with 2 tokens, Tauren are big, you know, and imposing, you know. And Blacksmith is a very nice ability which allow me to attack with 1 token less for each attack. Okay.
Oh, that is nice.
I'm going to use, yeah, that's nice. I'm going to use the Tauren to try to deploy on the board. Okay. So that's cool. 15 tokens. So it should be like all the Tauren token -1.
Minus
that
1.
You get in the tray.
That's so are there
when you?
It looks like there are barbarian types on the map already. I can't really see them, but I think
so
that they're
what you have on the map already are the Murlocs. Okay, so the Murlocs like simulate the ancient tribe or ancient, you know, creature that were, you know, in Azeroth before we came to conquer, you know. So you already do have like neutral token on the board. Okay, so let's say I'm going to enter in probably the bigger island, the one that's the top right island. Okay, and I'm going.
Yeah, it's a big. So then you don't have to travel as much.
Yeah, exactly. I have more region for myself, you know, more region for myself. So Nikki, if you could play some Tauren, like let's say on the farmland, you know, yellow area, this exactly. So that because it's an entry region, okay, I need 3 tokens. Okay, but remember, I've got blacksmith, so I need only 2. Okay, it's 3 minus 1, so only 2 tokens here. Okay, I'm gonna put 2 tokens in the mountain as well. Mountain is a good place because since you have a token here already, it's a better defensive position. Okay, 2 Tauren here. 2 Tauren are same on the mountain, which is north to where I am. And I'm gonna grab that mysterious relic or artifact that is, you know, exactly.
Ooh, nice.
So I will need only 1 token, but because those are the Tauren, I will need to deploy 2. Okay.
Yep.
You can put 2. Yeah. And show us what did we get here? Oh, that's the battleground. The battleground is a place that when I control that place, I can use the faction bonus 1 more time. So if I attack twice an opposing faction, Tauren are Horde. If I attack twice Alliance faction, I will get twice the bonus. Okay, not useful the first turn because I by myself. Let's grab again the farmland area, which is up north again, with a remaining token.
Yep.
Okay, and I gotta run the lake in the swamp area as well, on the brownish. Yeah, or this one, no problem. And maybe I have enough tokens still to get the mountain that is on the bottom.
Yeah, you got a ton of tokens. You got a ton of tokens.
Tons of tokens.
You can take over the whole island, basically.
Yeah. Then the kind of hills, the green, you know, the green, the hills, the one that is a light green. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So now I look at how many regions I do occupy. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
She looks like it's 8.
8. Okay. And I do have 2 Tauren per region, right? 2 tokens per region.
2 token.
No. If there are only 1 token, that's not correct. I must because the Tauren, there must be 2 per region. Okay. So yeah, you have this one needs to be redeployed somewhere, anywhere. So that's 3 tokens somewhere. Okay, but that's at least 2 tokens anywhere. So that's 7 regions. So I do get 7 victory points for my turn. So it
And
takes
do you
some
fight
gold.
you
Yeah. So
fight that I forget what he's called, the monster in the swamp land? Is there a monster there? Yeah.
yeah, you can move it with the Murlocs. Up, go the way.
Yeah. Cool. He's gone.
Okay.
I think you
Okay,
killed
then.
him.
And that's basically the end of my turn. Okay. So that would be
Okay.
for maybe your turn to play, Steph, to pick up one of the
All right.
combo. Maybe Nikki can show us another combo. One thing I do like in Small World is that when you have like those 6 combo up to choose from, and the first one is always free. But if you're on another one that is like down the line, okay, down the column, you will need to pay. Okay, so you may pick up any combo you want, but the first one is free. Then it's one victory point, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So the Night Elf, for instance, what does the Night Elf? So they are farmer, so they get +1 victory point per farmland. Okay, and the Night Elf, whenever they conquer a forest, it costs them one less token. Okay, and they do deploy in that forest a wisp wall, which gives them +1 in defense.
Okay. That seems good. So I want to find forests and I want to find farmland.
Farmlands. You want to find many things.
I'm looking at the top board in the left. And so where are my entry points? Where can I come in? There? Only there? Oh, no. Okay, so I want to come in from the farmland, I think, because that's what I like. And I need 2 tokens or 3 tokens?
3 tokens.
3 tokens. I don't have very many tokens, but what about, so if I go into the rock area, do I get that artifact?
Yes, exactly. You will need 3 tokens to go there, and you will collect. You will have that artifact or place.
Yeah, let's try that.
What is that?
Angel?
So that's one that's the healing the spirit healer. Okay, when in your redeployment phase, which is at the end of your turn, okay, you may get back a race token from your from the game, in the sense that if you lost some token, because you were attacked at some point, while you control this place, you will get back 1 token per turn.
Oh,
okay. So it's a healing place, the spirit healer.
That's good. That's good. I might die, so we don't want to die.
Yeah.
And I have. It looks like I have 2 tokens left. Is that right?
You can go. Can I go into
a? I have 2. So I can go into the forest because it costs 1 fewer, right?
Yeah. So there'll be 1 token for an adjacent forest. And while you're in a forest, you automatically place a wisp wall. And I see the wisp wall maybe on your right, Nikki, like the mountain. Yeah, those are the wisp wall. So you put that under the elf token. Okay. You can put you can slide it under the token. And that's basically 1 extra token for defense. Okay. So if I need to attack here, it will cost me 1 more token. Okay.
Can I go into the farmland and try and roll a die to fight off?
Exactly. So you can go in the farmland, and because you have fewer tokens than needed, okay, you roll the what we call the reinforcement die. Let's roll it.
Roll it really well.
Oh, and it would be like if you get like 2 extra tokens to make this conquest, so it works for you.
Yay!
So that's a successful attack. Okay.
Yes, that was perfect.
And now you have the luxury as well to redeploy your troops. It means that you can change the number of tokens you have in each region. You don't have to stay that way. You want to maybe put more tokens in the farmland because they are beneficial for you.
Exactly. So maybe one of the mountains into the farmland. Yeah, that looks good.
Okay.
And actually, do I have 6? I have 6 on the board. I can move one of the farmlands to the greens as well, because I like both of them from the top.
You could.
Because I have 3 at the tip top. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd probably do. I don't have that area, but that's all right. Yeah. So I have 4 areas. Yeah. Yeah. So I have 4 areas. I get 4 points. Yeah. But I would also get 2 extra points for the farms.
Yeah.
So I get a total of 6 points. Excellent. Can't keep up with you, but you have like 1 million dudes.
Yeah, tons. Okay. And what we can do, because we have here like a 4-player setup, right? The setup work in a way that you have as many islands as player, right? So the map stay tight for whatever number of player, which is also a nice benefit of the game in that it plays well, from 2 to 5.
Wow, the mountaineer and the dwarves. I feel like they go hand in hand, but
yeah, that's actually a very good combo, because if you look at mountaineer, it's +1 victory point for each mountain you control, and the dwarf conquer a mountain at the cost of 2 less tokens. So that's a pretty nice feat.
wow,
I'm sure
that's
Nikki did it on
amazing.
purpose. You want to play?
And
So
so
let's
if
say,
you if you wanted to jump boards during the turn, you just have to pay extra.
yeah. So let's show. I'm gonna be the third player. Okay. Let's say I'm
Sure.
picking those mountaineer dwarf. Okay. Let's say I want to enter in one of the board, probably let's say the one on the right, bottom right. Okay, yeah. Can you show me the entry point, Nikki? Okay. So I will enter, let's say, by the swamp. Yeah, on the top. Perfect. That would be 3 token. Okay. Then I will attack the mountain. We'll take the mountain, which is only 1 token for me because it costs 2 less, so only 1 token. So
Wow.
how many tokens do I have remaining? Like 5?
5, I think. Yeah.
Okay. So if I want to if I would want to switch board, then I could go on the board which is on the bottom left, and I could enter by the farmland exactly. So 3 token. Okay. You see, it's a new entry in another island. Okay, so I get to pay that extra 1 token, malus to enter, and then I could go on the mountain on the left with 1 token, and I will have 1 token left. I'm gonna try to get 1 farmland. Oh, yes, 1. It is perfect. Perfect. Go ahead, Nikki. That was good. And I need for that to roll the die.
Good luck.
Oh no! So the die has a chance to one of 2 chance to do nothing, right? So it's a risk, but it's fun. Okay.
Yeah.
So no, I will get 1, 2, 3, 4 points for my region, plus 2 extra points for the mountain. Okay. One thing I want to insist, I want to talk to which is also interesting, is that we have also that in smaller, is that the game is so very interesting because you have the in decline game mechanism, right? At some point, because we get to attack each other, it's going to be our race going to be weakened. Okay, and because of that, you want to drop off your race at some point and say, I don't want to play with this guy anymore. So you flip them on the in decline phase, and you still get them. Okay, so they're still yours, but they don't move anymore, and you leave only 1 token per region. Okay, and then on the next turn you can pick another race. So you can have actually 2 races on the board. One which is active and with which you play and conquer. Another one just passive in decline, but still get victory point. Let's maybe we can show an example of an attack if you want. Okay. Let's Nikki, let's pick up my war gun, and let's try to let's say it's back to player number 1, and let's take my war gun and let's try to attack those nice night elf. Okay. No, I don't want to attack the dwarf. That looks so cool. Let's attack the night elf. Yes. So you can pick up one. You can pick up some token, leave 1 per region for now, the time we do the attack. Okay. And let's enter in the farmland on the top of the island.
Ooh.
How many tokens do I have? Like 5, 6?
4,
5, 6.
5,
okay.
6.
So because it's an entry point, it's +1, and because you have 2 tokens, so it's 2 tokens because it's 1 region, +1 because it's entry point, and +2 because you have 2 tokens.
Oh my goodness!
So I need 5 tokens to
That's
attack.
a lot.
So that's a lot. That's a lot of token, okay? And what will happen then is that we take your two elf token, okay? And one is discarded, it's a loss. You would not get this one back unless you do have the spirit healer that you got, right?
Nice. Which I do.
And the other one, yeah, you do, you see, you're lucky. And then the other one, you will need to redeploy somewhere in the region that you control.
Yes, so you can just put it anywhere.
Okay.
Nice.
So that's all you attack. That's all you attack player. That's all you weaken player. Okay. Because if you get attacked a lot, you're gonna lose one token per attack. Okay. And at some point, you feel you don't have enough token to keep moving. So that's when you say, okay, I'm done with the night elf. I go into decline, and you change on your race. So usually you play with 2, maybe sometimes 3 race. You know, if you have enough turn in a game.
Wow, it seems pretty hard to attack if you have to come in from the different sides, because you already have to have like so many tokens to use and extra people.
It's always a cost. I mean, attacking is costly, you know, but you want to do that at some point. You know, you want to prevent someone.
Yes, for sure.
Spread too much. And what I do like in Small World is that, as much it's as a strategy and tactical game, it's also I think like a diplomacy game. You know, when you multiplayer, you want to make sure that they don't attack you, but the other one, you know. And because the score is hidden, so it's your score is actually secret, okay? So unless you compute everything, you don't have an exact idea of who's in the lead. So one part of the game is trying to make sure people understand Steph is in the lead, you know? And that
hey, I already get beat up enough.
yeah. So I think it's play a big part in Small World. I think you need to talk, you need to cry if people attack you too violently, and it's an important part of the game, I think. I mean, that's the way I do play, and that's a lot of fun talking and kind of, you know, this kind of table talk when you play Small World.
So we're just about out of time, Adrian. I want to make sure you can tell us where we can get this and when, you know, if it's available and all the details.
Yeah, so the game was released in the US September 11th, okay, so last week, about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And around the same date in the world. It's even sooner, I think, very early September in the US. So it should be available almost anywhere. The game exists in French, English, German, Italian, Spanish, Czech, Polish. We have plenty of languages, and we have some other languages coming in the mix, like Japanese, Korean, Hungarian.
Wow.
For later, you know. And I think the initial sales were very, very good. So I mean, if you see a copy in store, I mean, I encourage you to take it, because I'm not sure it's going to last long. But some games are coming. I mean, we're actually reprinting the game to be sure we have enough. Price is $60.
Okay.
It's fairly large box. I mean, it's a big box full of content. To have a box here, yeah, it's too far. It's full of content. It's 2 to 5 player.
Okay.
Game gonna last 30-40 minutes if you're 2 player. But if you're 5, I mean, that's why the game is a bit longer, like 1 hour and a half probably. You know, because the more people are on the table, the more people talk. And that's, I think, all the detail that I can give you.
Excellent. And there is a question: is there going to be a digital edition of this?
It's a very good question. I mean, we don't know yet, because it's the way license, you know, deal works.
Of course.
That scenario was not taken care into this kind of agreement. So it's on the table somewhere. I would love to do it because we have a very well working digital version of Small World. But it's, you know, video game is what Blizzard does, you know, as a business, you know. So could we do video game of that? I would love to. Question mark, you know.
Question is questionable.
Yeah. Like,
and do you have any expansions in the work?
We already. I mean, I'm thinking about that. I mean, that's Small World. You know, Small World has so many ways to be expanded. You know, it could be like new board, new races, new stuff. So I always have expansion in mind when we work on a new game, or especially like that. So I would love to do expansion. Let's say how the game does. You know, let's see what's the first probably like, you know, 4 months or 6 months of existence, and I'll be happy to work on expansion. And we have like already pile of ideas. So ideas is not the issue. Let's see if the game is successful. So far, it's looking good, but we need a little bit more step back and see.
Well, this is amazing. Thank you so much, Adrian, for coming on and showing us Small World of Warcraft. Love him.
It's my
Have a good day.